Hey everybody, K-Plum Games here, and welcome to another episode of Mother 3. In the last episode, we found Claus and Lucas, but in spite of that, tragedy struck the people of Tasmily, as we learned that Flint's wife Hinawa was killed by a Drago in an attempt to protect the kids. This time, we must locate Claus, who is on the hunt for the Drago that killed his mom. Clearly the boy is underprepared and not sure what he is going up against, so it is our job to find and save him. Oh boy, so last episode was a bit of a doozy, and definitely a catalyst for, I think, a lot of what's going to go on in the rest of this chapter. And definitely before we go out on our hunt for Claus, it would be a good idea to prepare ourselves and explore Tasmily to a greater extent. It's definitely a good idea to get prepared because there's actually quite a few items that we're missing here in Tasmily that we should probably get. First and foremost, we should probably talk to Mapson here. If you need something from the map-loving and map-owning Mapson, it must be a map, yes? Alec's house. Here, I'll mark it on the map for you. There you go. I marked Alec's house for you. We have the house marked. Be careful out there now. And we open up the map and we see Alec's house circled way up at the top there. So that is our next point that we need to go to. And while we're in this area of Tasmily, let's head into this house here and speak to Ollie. I don't have any hard feelings for you. I'm very open-hearted, you see. So I think it's a good idea for Flint to make amends with the people that he harmed during his little outburst. Mainly because I think Flint is a good dude, and it would make me happy if I, playing as Flint, would go around talking to the people that he harmed. Starting off with Ollie there, we apologize to him, and he has no hard feelings to us apparently. Who's this fellow? Sebastian. You, so busy, so busy. Yeah, I think it's definitely good for Flint to make amends with the people he's harmed. Even though he's going through like a really hard time, it's just good to like, you know, apologize for his actions. I understand how you must be feeling, but please don't lash out at those around you. Oh, hello there. I wasn't the one who decided to place you in that jail cell. Really, it wasn't me. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like the people of Tasmily have been kind of hard on Flint. Like, his wife literally just died. And I know that violence is never the answer, and like, obviously there were better ways to handle things, but I think that they're being a little hard on him. Like, give this man a bit of leeway. I mean, he was grieving. That being said, I want to get the thunder bomb that was here, because the thunder bombs do respawn, so I wanted to make sure I got that while we were here. And let's check in with Old Man West, because he actually has something for us as well. I'll get rid of another nut bread. Oh, we can also get rid of the stick. We don't need that anymore. There's no reason to sell items at this point in the game, so just get rid of old weapons that you don't need. Oh, Flint! It's truly hard to bear when younger ones pass away first. Oh, yes, Flint. There's a useful item used in the thief arts. Take it with you. We received the thunder bomb, so yet another thunder bomb. We could have just like left the screen and came back to respawn it, but it's good to get it from Wes here. I won't stop you. I have an inkling of where you're off to, but your life's not the only one at risk here. Old Nikolai is getting up there in years. Don't make him dig another grave. Good advice. I mean, what good would it do Claus and Lucas if Flint were also to pass away? I mean, that would leave them completely helpless. So let's not do that. Let's be prepared before we head out. In this house here, we have another resident that we haven't talked to yet. Scamp. I'm Scamp. Something's not right happening to this village. I can feel it. But that's just me talking to myself. Oh, Flint. Good of you to come. You weren't the one who taught my cute little Myrna all those unsavory words, were you? Squawk, squawk. I'm not stuffed. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm plenty alive, dang nabbit. That's a funny little interaction with that parrot there. Alright. Next up, let's head down here because there's a little Easter egg I want to show off. Here in the ranch, there's nothing, but if we head down here, we see Butch, I believe. Yes, Butch. When my pigs are praised, it makes me feel good, almost as if the praise is about me. And we have this dude who we haven't seen before. Wow, just wow, such magnificent, marvelous pigs! So yeah, that dude there, he doesn't have a name, but, you know, we'll remember him for later, I guess. Interesting how they didn't give him a name. I'm sure that's gonna come up later on. Probably, at least. Hinawa gave these Tasmali Gerberas to the villagers as a gift. Yeah, so once again, just checking random things really does give like a lot of lore and like really does expand on the characters' backstories. While we're here in the south part of Tasmali Square, let's head to Yado Inn. We get the nice chill music back. I know this is very hard on you, but at the very least, please be a strong father in front of your children, okay? See, that's what I mean. People like her, like Betsy over there, who are just like literally ripping Flint to shreds. Like, the man is grieving. I know that he had a momentary outburst, but that doesn't make him a violent or bad person. He just channeled his grief in a way that wasn't very good. Under normal circumstances, Flint isn't a bad guy, so like, it's just tough. These people should give him some more leeway, in my opinion. Anyways, we do have to talk to Bronson here because he is going to have something for us. Flint, just take this and go. It's the Drago Fang. I made it into a weapon. The only thing that can pierce the tough hide of a Drago is the Drago's Fang. There's no other weapon that can beat a Drago. And we get the Drago Fang. I realize this might be tough for you to accept, but you should take it. Alright. We have the Drago Fang. It's not an equipable weapon, but we do have it just in our items menu. Drago Fang, the relic of a horrible accident. A fang sharp enough to pierce even Drago hide. Alright. Let's head into Thomas's Bazaar here. So this is an interesting area here. Tasmali Village, if you haven't noticed already, doesn't really have a form of currency. So we can literally just take items from the shop without paying because there's no form of currency. Let's talk to Mike here. Flint, I'm sorry I was so useless. Anyway, this is the Village Bazaar. If you need anything, just go ahead and take it. Yeah, it's interesting how you can literally just take items because there's no form of currency. People just live communally here without, I guess, the need for currency. Interesting how that works. That's a running bomb. Use it if you find yourself in trouble. Will you take it? Yup. We get a running bomb. Radio, if anyone makes any more, I'll set them out here. Cool. Yeah, I mean, we literally got that item for free. That's pretty cool. Running bomb produces a series of explosions, deals damage to all enemies. Alright, so could be good in a situation where we're fighting multiple enemies. And let's head back home and see Lucas and Boney. Let's check up on our boy. Dad. And Boney just has a sad whimper. I think he knows that the family's grieving right now. Let's leave Lucas alone. I'm sure he's going through a lot. And let's check these flowers. Tasmali Gerberas are Hinawa's favorite flower. Of course, after sunflowers. So yeah, I mean, just checking those little sunflowers, it gives so much more like details about the characters. For example, Hinawa, we didn't know what her favorite types of flowers were, but now we know that her favorites are sunflowers and Gerberas. And by checking these flowers, we know that Hinawa gave them as a gift to the townspeople before passing away. Just a little bit of world building, a little bit of, you know, dialogue that would go over some people's heads. Something interesting I wanted to point out. Let's head over to the east side of Tasmali and talk to Fuel. My dad's been down in the dumps ever since all that stuff happened. Mr. Flint, think you could go say hi to him? So one thing that I didn't actually point out in the moment because we were going through like the cutscenes and it was very serious. During Flint's breakdown after hearing about Hinawa, Flint lashed out and Fuel was actually there, so he saw all that stuff go down and he's just a kid. So, you know, strong kid in my opinion. Let's talk to Lighter. I never thought I'd see you lose it like that. But if you start acting like that, what'll happen to the two kiddos who rely on you? You know what's best. It's tough being a man. No doubt Claus is intent on avenging Hinawa. You better go after him and fast. I'll let you borrow this. Alright, our inventory is full, so let's just get rid of another nut bread. And get that item from Lighter. We received a manly bandana. Don't worry, I washed it. It's clean. Good to know, buddy. Manly bandana, so that's 2 more for offense, and it's a -2 for defense. I'm gonna equip it. I like making Flint into an attacking force. If I make him into a bit more of a glass cannon, I think it's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna equip the manly bandana. That's a very easily missable equipment item that you can get here at this point. Who are you? I'm Nana. I like the ocean. Alright. Good for you, Nana. You keep on enjoying the ocean. Fortunately, not all of us can enjoy the simple things anymore. Not with the recent tragedy, at least. Yeah, so that's most of the preparations that I wanted to do here in Tazmily. Let's head back up to the graveyard because there's still one more person we have to make amends with, and that is Abbott. So let's head back up to Hinawa's grave. And let's talk to Abbott and his wife. Mr. Flint, we all know you didn't mean to do what you did to Abbott and Ollie, so please don't worry about it. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time expressing what I'm thinking. Flint, please just forget that you hit me. I'm going to forget about it. Compared to your pain, this is nothing at all. So Abbott here is actually an interesting character to me. I don't know if this is a direct reference to the original Mother or Earthbound Beginnings, but there's a character in that game who's actually named Abbott as well. He is the assistant to the mayor in the first town of that game. And he's not really a very important character, to be honest. Like, he just gives you a key item to get into one of the first dungeons in Mother, but I just thought I'd mention it nonetheless because I thought it was a little bit of a coincidence that both the characters were named Abbott, and I think it could potentially be a reference to the original Mother. Yeah, so with all that said, let's head start our trek to Alec's house. Nothing else to do in the sanctuary. Let's just head back into the forest. And we have some new enemies here. This is the Praying Mantis. Unfortunately, the Praying Mantis is kind of bad. Kind of a weak enemy, to be honest. But they left a nut. Unfortunately, we have pretty good items at the moment, so I'm not going to give up the nut. Whenever our inventory is full, the game will ask us to give up an item, but I don't want to at the moment. And we have another new enemy here. Greedy Mouse! Alright, Greedy Mouse ate some food and recovered some health. This is one of the songs that are pretty hard to combo on. But luckily those guys go down in 2 hits, so it's not too big a deal. And we get 35 experience from those dudes. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with these praying mantises. They're very, very weak, so I don't know why they're here. They only do 1 damage and they die in 1 hit, so I don't know, just a little strange thing. And they only give 2 experience as well, so it's not even really worth it. Yeah, give up the nut. Alright. So while we're heading through the forest for now, what is the third time, I want to just touch a little bit more on the grief that Claus and Lucas are going through. And I just want to continue my train of thought from the last episode where I talked about how Flint's way of channeling his grief was understandable. I think that Claus and Lucas also are showing two very different ways of grieving, but both are very valid. For example, Claus wants to just avenge his mother. He is just filled with anger, and he just wants to, like, you know, take action. He wants to satisfy his bloodlust, to, you know, take away from the anger he's feeling. He wants to avenge his mother, who he felt like died in some way to protect him. I think in Klaus's mind, he feels like it's not fair to just, like, sort of sit back while, like, he's mourning. He wants, like, to do something about it, because, like, otherwise nothing's gonna get done. It's not gonna make him feel better. He's the type to, like, feel better through action, you know? And on the other hand, we have Lucas, who has just been spending a lot of time with the townsfolk by Hinawa's grave. He has just been, you know, like, wallowing in sadness, really. He can't help but just cry at his mom's grave, and, you know, we saw in the last episode that it caused him to start to make some, like, pretty bad decisions, such as, you know, withholding information regarding, like, where Claus was going. I don't know, it's interesting to me. And I think it's just, like, a realistic way of, like, depicting the grief of the two characters. But yeah, the flying rats have actually become normal enemies here in the forest now. They showed up as kind of like a mini-boss back in the second episode, but now they're just normal enemies here in the forest. Yeah, I don't know, I just feel like the grief that these characters are going through, it's pretty realistic to how I would imagine, like, real grief would go if I was in their shoes. And I feel that, like, Klaus's way of grieving is, like, more akin to how Flint is feeling. Like, he just wants to take action and get revenge. But Flint is also a lot older and has a lot more life experience, so he's not going to be as, like, sporadic. Oh, peculiar cheese. I guess we'll take that. And we'll actually use it right now because we definitely need a heal. Flint loves cheese and recovered 60 HP. Good to know. Yeah, we'll use the baked ham as well. Alright. Yeah, I just think that the characters are, like, pretty believable in this game. Like, how they react to the events around them. Because I just know, like, I'd probably be like Lucas in the situation. I'd probably be just, like, I don't know, just a bit depressed if what happened to Lucas happened to me. Alright, we cut out that battle because, honestly, we've fought these snakes too many times to count. Alright, back from that battle. So one other thing that I just wanted to, like, touch on that was already, like, kind of talked about in some of the past episodes is the fact that the stakes are being raised yet again. So after, like, the whole emotional, like, death of Hinawa and, like, that whole tragedy, you would think that maybe the game would slow down a bit with, like, you know, the fast-paced, like, you know, high-stakes sort of, like, what is going on. You think that they would stop with those sort of high stakes and kind of give the players a break. But no, now Claus is missing. Claus is trying to avenge his mother. He's in danger. And that's the whole new thing that's going on. Yeah. It's just interesting to me that the game is doing that yet again. Like, first it was the fire, then it was finding our family, and now it's Claus is missing and we have to, like, make sure he doesn't, like, get himself hurt. Yeah, so this, oh, that's an enemy, I forgot about that. A walking bushy. Try to life up alpha, so these guys have actual PSI attacks, which is pretty cool. Yeah, okay. And he actually healed us, which is, like, really nice. Alright. Cool. I'm not mad about that in the slightest. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, so this path earlier, it was previously blocked because the trees fell over. But now we can get by, which is pretty cool. Hey, green swirl on them. Cool. Using that up on a spud bug from behind. And this path that was just cleared earlier in the chapter is now the way we have to go to get to Alec's house. Alright. I'll take out the rest of these spud bugs and meet you after the battles. Alright, back from fighting those spud bugs. Is there actually anything up here? No? Oh, these guys respawn. That would be a pretty good place to actually do some grinding. Perhaps in between episodes. Oh, more new enemies. An agitated boar suddenly attacked. Let's use Strengthen Up. Wow, 41 damage, Jesus. Oh boy. Alright, let's try it. I feel like this enemy is not one we're supposed to be fighting, but it's okay. Ooh, 11 hits. Okay, not bad. Alright, we actually took it down. That wasn't terrible. Not mad about that. And we get some beef jerky. So we actually heal back more than it did to us because the beef jerky heals 60, right? Actually, let's use some peculiar cheese while we're here. Yes. Alright. And let's head on! Let's go on and on and on! That is a reference to Xenoblade, but most people probably won't get it. It's all good though. We're almost up at Alec's house already. Pretty cool. Are these the same mole enemies from before? Mischievous moles, yeah. Ah, my defense! Wow, I'm surprised that guy didn't die in 2 hits. Okay. Alright, got some nut bread. I'm actually gonna use that now. Nut bread, where you at? Nut bread. Honestly, we're getting so many healing items, just using them as I get them seems to be the good strategy to keep my inventory pretty clean. Alright. Alright, we are back from fighting that mole. And these rocks. These rocks are actually enemies. A crag lizard suddenly attacked. The crag lizards to me, I don't know why I think this, but the crag lizard kind of reminds me of like an off-brand Pokemon. Like to me, they look like a rock dragon type Pokemon that I could see in the actual games. I don't know why, but that's just the vibe I get from them. Ooh, 2 hits. Okay, nice. Yeah, the crag lizard, I could literally see that as a Pokemon. I don't know why. Flint's level is now 14. HP up by 7. Offense up by 2. Defense up by 1. IQ up by 1. Not bad. Aquarius Bracelet. Don't we already have one of those? Oh no, we have an Aries Bracelet. Aquarius Bracelet is defense plus 5, so it actually gives us a little bit more of a boost. Cool. Let's fight you. Mischievous mole. Boom! 8 hits and we kill it in 1 shot. Nice! I'm starting to get better at that song. And Nutbread, let's use that immediately. Because we're already at full inventory again. Alright. Nice. Anything this way? It's a dead end, but perhaps there's something to see. Alright, strengthen up. And let's try for a power smash. Let's see how that goes. Boom! Oh my gosh. Oh, that was so good. Okay, I'm happy about that. There are ants at your feet. You might accidentally step on them, so please don't continue in this direction. Alright, guess that's for later. Right, Craig Lizard Husband, dealt with. Let's head over this way. Are we back? Yep, we are here at Alec's house. Next time on Mother 3, we will talk to Alec and we'll see what to do next in our quest to find Claus. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time.